He was not from Naboo, man.
Yeah.
That dude was not. Hey, bro, you ain't from Naboo looking like that, bro. That dude was too husky, man. That dude live on a cold planet, bro. Hey. hey, he's from a cold planet, man. He's from a cold planet, man. He might, hey, man, he might be from Hoth or something, man. He might be from Hoth, bro.
Oh, it's good to be back. Objectivity never has a greater Phoenix metaphor been personified in human history. Therefore, if I'm saying anything, is welcome back to the Stark Expo.
Just like my problem with Disney Star Wars, I'm starting to see is y'all really think we just cats dangling under some keys dangling. Y'all just take memories. They just take memories and like, oh, remember this? Look,
They
Obi-Wan.
They bad with that, man. They bad with that.
Like you're not even creating no interesting stories. You lazy as hell. This Obi-Wan show. Lazy as hell. You ain't even adding the music no more. You ain't even the sound effects ain't even popping off like they used to in the computer, the CGI and this one, the graphics, the practical effects, garbage, man. It's like it's lazy, bro. But y'all just taking memories. Nah, remember Tatooine, Mos Eisley, the Mustafar, like Vader. Look at Vader. You just dangling member berries, man. You just dangling memories and nostalgia in people's face, man. You can't. That's my problem with Disney Star Wars right now, man.
You know, another thing with this one, and full disclosure, I'm having a good time with it.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, like I saw something, they broke it down, and it was like every episode has been a derivative, like in some way, shape, or form of episode 1. And then the second episode was a derivative of episode 2. And then the third, it was like, if you start reading the tea leaves, you see it like every episode. Wow. So like episode 5 will be some derivative of Empire Strikes Back. As probably a reason why obviously it's easy to say they've always done 6 episodes of kind of everything they've done recently. But every episode has been a derivative of something from something in the show happened in episode 1 of Phantom Menace, something in episode 2 of I had to watch a breakdown again, but it wasn't, some things were reach and shit wasn't reach.
Yeah. I'm about to watch that.
I want to give somebody
no breakdowns yet. I'm not gonna watch
credit. Yeah, I want to give somebody credit who said that, but it was like episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It was like, okay, that's a this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even think about when he told now that could be just like you said, it could be just a memory berries, but it could be like when he made the droids force believe that they something over there. He did the same thing in episode.
Yeah, he did. I knew it was coming where he basically throw like a little force projected, like a projectile in the force where he make him. It sounds like a rock, and they look over. I knew he was gonna do that. I was like, that's coming. I mean,
yeah.
But
so
this episode,
was like,
bro.
Yeah.
You said something happened in every episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to see the part where somebody where Obi-Wan hid somebody in the coat. Where he had 2 feet, 2 regular feet, and 2 little feet walking next to him, and nobody.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
800 stormtroopers didn't notice. I need to see that part. So I hope they put that in the breakdown because I don't remember that ever being in Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's goofy as hell.
It's 2 things that was real goofy. There was a lot of things that was real goofy. Mind you, give me Vader. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah, Vader.
2 main things that were goofy in this episode. That it's a lot of things that were goofy. Mind you, it was a lot of things that were goofy. But the 2 things that were goofy was that. Right now, there's part that I was like, trying to have a defense ready. Like, well, if we kind of go back to some of the other stuff, it was some goofy shit, but that was real goofy. That he was walking around with somebody else in his coat and nobody saw that. Right? Goofy. Nah, I think I saw something where they explained it like one of the things that like because of the. I don't even want to try to explain how they explained it. They made sense trying to.
What they say, he used the force, but he was
no. They were
saying
that they were trying to show it that from a standpoint of the way that the Empire was run, the way their different focus on what they were focused a lot of times on the wrong things. Yeah. I don't want to kill their. They made sense in what they said. They were just trying to make a case though, so they wasn't trying to say like that's why they got away. They were just trying to make a case for why that may have happened. But at the end of the day, they even agreed like, nah, that was some bullshit, right? Like he walking around in a big ass coat, and that was the way they got away.
Because you know what the thing is, and that's a good point. You probably listen. I ain't seen a breakdown yet that you're talking about, but if I watched it, I guarantee you this: they probably made some sense, right? Like they probably gave a plausible reason why he could get away with some bullshit like that. Yeah. But the thing is this: the writers didn't think of that. I guarantee you the writers didn't think of that. The writers just did it.
And I think
the writers did not have that in mind.
That's what we gonna do.
A lot of times you see with these breakdowns, they get the writers too much credit, way too much credit. When in fact, I think it came out this week that one of the writers didn't even know that Obi-Wan knew who Darth Vader was.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
I'm like, I don't want to completely misquote this thing, man. I have to look this up. You look this up.
Why you looking for it up?
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
No, I did not hear. I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
You know, I watched that. I watched this breakdown one time about other things about especially when they come to TV shows. Is that they obviously I don't care what company it is, they don't put the best of their best on TV shows, right? Best of the best don't get to do TV shows. Best of the best get to do movies, which is weird because we're coming into a world where TV shows are kind of like content king, right? You could put TV shows on, you know what I'm saying, and then you can string that shit along for 10 weeks, right? But you don't put the best of your best with TV shows. But that was I was like, yeah, that's how they getting out. And then I saw something today. I was like, maybe I'm glad I wasn't the only person who was bugged out about that. I'm sure mad people were when Obi showed up on that planet and Ice Cube's son is there, right? And he was adamant about not doing it. And then, like in literally a minute,
you know what? You got me, man. You get out of nowhere. Just you caught that too, right?
In a minute, he even said, "Yo, they don't tell me I don't know. They came and got my wife was force sensitive. We tried to hide it, and they still came and got her. All right, yeah, we gonna go on this planet.
You got my ship or whatever you say. Like,
so
bro, but what did he say
out of that?
Yeah, like right? Because I'm trying to watch it. I'm watching it, and I'm like, did I miss something? I had to watch it again. And I'm like, no, he just literally changed his mind. Yeah. He
like
just
without thinking.
He just changed his mind mid argument. Like,
and I'm talking like within the same minute.
I knew
this
what
wasn't
my
even
wife
like
was,
a later on. This was like right there.
Yo,
he was like
keep doing this.
He was like, yeah. And then he was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
They can't keep doing this. You can't. Everything can't be. It's like when you get away with something, like you do some wing shit, like you have a party, right?
Yeah.
You got like you have a party and last minute you like, shit, man, it's gonna be like 50 people in my apartment, dog. Hey, I ain't got time to go out and get nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's way more people than I thought it was gonna be. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna just like throw some wings in the air fryer. Shit, man. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean? You do some wing shit where you like basically take cheaper food, like for a cheap price, you take some food and you just throw it together. You throw a bunch of snacks and the shit work out. You know what I mean? You grab some beers that you had from like the last party, you bring those out, throw them in the freezer. You know what I mean? Some pops and shit, some sodas and shit you got in the freezer. You throw all that stuff.
Trying to finagle a damn buffet together, right? You trying to
finagle
from
buffet.
what you already got.
You
didn't put no thought on what you gotta do.
Right. You might have left the house once. You might have left the house once, and you was really the stuff you got from the store. That was for 20 people. Yeah. Now 50 people show up, and you like, damn. All you got is like, well, I know one thing. I got my sound system, my theater system, dope, and I got the 75 inch. I'm good. So all that shit, the food and all that, you throw that together. Hey man, so when it comes time for next week's game, you can't do that again, right?
No.
You need to go out and plan now because 50 people coming to your crib. Or if it's the next fight, whatever, you need to go out and prepare. You don't just do that shit again. Like, oh man, damn. Here we go, last minute. All right, well, I ain't really got as many sodas as last time. I ain't really got as much beer. I really ain't got as much food, blah, blah, blah. No, that's the analogy I'm making is they keep doing this where they writing like these scripts that's like 2 or 3 pages. And it's just like, just go with it because they're going to just dangle member berries in your face. They just going to dangle nostalgia in your face. So you really ain't paying attention to the script. But this writing is horrible.
Yeah. Like,
it's terrible. It's terrible. And you can't keep getting away with this shit, man. This shit is, because now people starting to notice this. Because this show, because the thing about Mandalorian was like, aesthetically, that shit was so fire that you kind of overlooked a lot of the shortcomings, right?
Yeah,
you kind of overlooked a lot of the weaknesses in the writing. You kind of overlooked a lot of weaknesses in the writing. So now, because this just ain't fire enough. It just don't got characters jumping out. Like Mandalorian, you had Cara Dune, you had the one dude, you had a bunch of Mandalorians in when they had the little meeting spot, what they call it,
this is the way
covert.
Yeah.
You had this is the way.
Shit.
You had aliens and shit, man. He was throwing aliens into like locking them up and freezing them. You had all this shit going on where you really
like that opening scene.
That's what make listen. That's what makes Star Wars dope. That's what made the original dope. The dialogue don't matter.
I said that last time, man.
But if you ain't firing off,
when it hit, man,
if you ain't hitting, I'm looking at your script now. And that line he had about, I knew what my wife was when they took her. You know what? You got my shit. What did I tell you I do? I look at things that people say and I say, man, what the hell why did you say that?
Why did you say that?
What was that, bro? Like, what was the point of that? Like, how did they say? And then I'm like, all right, so it's Ice Cube, son. You know, it was rumors saying he was Quillen Voss. Obviously, he's not.
I just knew. That's one of those things too, man. Like, I don't know how we gonna get out of that, right? Man, like that.
It's hard,
like,
bro.
Because we so into that. But that's like one of the beautiful things, right? Like that whole, he might be, or such and such might show. That's fun, man. I was just telling myself the other day, like I was having a conversation with somebody because I don't want to. I'm making this point about Quinlan Voss. Is like I gotta stop taking this shit so serious. Like I gotta be able to just enjoy the ride with some of this stuff, right? Yeah. Like I'm trying to think like the things that maybe I liked over the past year or two, maybe with the stuff I wouldn't really like, I didn't have on the radar, and it showed up. I'm like, and then the shit I had on my radar ended up not being. Is it coincidence? But then like I have to go back maybe a couple years before, and everything on my radar slapped. So I don't think it's me. I think it's the situation, right? But I've been thinking that. Because when he wasn't Quinlan Voss, I was like, then what the fuck was the point? Why is he getting interviews? Why is he getting interviews, man? Like,
did he get paid for this?
Like,
did they pay him?
He was like, I can't even tell you who I am. Like, you can't tell me who I am. You can't tell me you was a dumbass, such and such. You get what I'm saying?
He was a goofy. What was he, by the way? A mechanic pilot?
You just some
goofball.
Somebody in the galaxy.
I forgot about you already. I don't know your name. I'm not gonna buy your action figure. Nobody's gonna buy your action figure. Nobody cares about you, bro. Who are you?
I didn't like that, man. So I was disappointed when he showed up. I'm like, what?
He was acting. It was like,
I said, what a dreads at?
Yeah, what a dreads?
You supposed to have some hang time. Like, you supposed to be Quinlan, bro. I need that hang time. When I didn't see hang time, I was like,
man, when he came out, I was like, and he ain't even really, bro. He barely had a lineup.
They got no barbers in the galaxy.
Bro,
like it was.
He barely down had bad, a lineup, man. Bro. He ain't even have a lineup.
He had COVID weight, man. I'm like, yo, he down bad, man. I ain't even.
He was husky, bro. He was husky. Quinlan, I just knew he was gonna come out clean, bro. I was like, he about to come out clean. He about to be clean because Quinlan clean.
He did an interview this week. He said, I can't tell you what I am.
He said this. He was like, well, Oh, because they was giving he was talking about how they was giving the queen like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
getting the racist tweets or whatever. He was like, well, wait till they see who I
Wait till
am.
they see what I am.
Who are you?
You the black dude you put in shit.
Yeah.
Random as fuck.
Bro, did you get paid for this, bro? Because I don't believe you got paid.
I just want to be in
showed
Star
up.
Wars,
you just wanted to be in Star Wars, man. Maybe you was kind of a fan. But man, who are you, man?
Yeah, it was a bang.
Like
When he showed up, man. When I saw those two lines, like you say, the line you said about the queen, wait till they see, like, bro, you say wait till they see who I am. You got to be Quinlan, bro.
You got to be, bro. You can't be dropping.
You got to be one of the bosses, man. You got to be one of the bosses, man. When he said that, and like, I can't tell you who I am. Like, what? Can't tell me that you a mechanic. Like I'm playing Jedi Order. Like it's mad.
You can't tell me that was your wife. Your wife was the Jedi, bro. And
is your wife? Is Reva your girl? Is that your wife?
I hope, bro. Because otherwise, you super irrelevant, bro. You better, man. If he ain't got a scene in the next show where he look over at Reva and he give her one of these, and she look back and give him Ice Cube son, who I don't know, O'Shea Jr., whatever his name is. Yeah, bro, I don't know who your character is, man. I'm not. Nobody's gonna buy your action figure. It's gonna sit there on the rack. You're another Rose Tico, bro. Nobody cares who you are, man. No, nobody cares who you are.
Yeah, he said that. He talked that shit up this week. He talked that shit up this week, man. And I'm like,
where did they see who I am? Like, bro, you think people just that dumb that they just out there like, oh. I can't believe it's a black dude, a random black dude in Star Wars, man. Even the most racist, dumbest, ignorant person, bro, wouldn't say something like that. You think they just was sitting there just getting angry at every little background character that pop up with a line?
Oh, they got a black
Nobody
mechanic
cares who you are. Man, they got a black mechanic.
You didn't even get in one of the planes to go
woke or go broke. No, they're not doing that off of that, bro. That's not gonna trigger that. That's not gonna trigger that type of response. You just being a nobody mechanic, bro. No, you ain't even worthy of that response. So it's like no disrespect to him, man. I mean, he good in other stuff.
He sold it though. Like he went in. So it's like it's not even a character that they could go. There's not even a character that they can go later like, oh, he was part. Like, no, you don't have no footprint, bro. You're not an episode 1 guy. The only footprint that even scene may have is I think those were the same ships they used in the Empire Strike Back because they had the cable, right? Those are the ones with the cable, and that's the one in Empire Strike Back that got those. What's those big things? I forgot.
You talking about the name? Are you talking about the ships that they was using?
No, remember in the beginning when those big the one they put the cables around the legs.
Yeah, cable. Detached
cable. What's those?
Attached.
What's the animal? I mean,
the walkers. ATT.
Ended up being nose. But you wasn't one of them. You wasn't Rogue 2,
bro.
You wasn't Rogue 3. You wasn't Rogue 8.
No.
You wasn't none of them dudes. You have no footprint. So I was. So not only did when he said the line about wait till they see who I am, and then he came back with I can't tell y'all who I am. Look, you can't tell. Okay, you done sold me.
Can we look up the character?
Know who you are.
What's the character name, man? Because maybe we can start. Maybe I'll throw him a bone, man. I gave him a little theory here, man. Maybe Lando cousin or something, man. Because for him to say that, bro, it's like, do you know something that we don't? Is this some lore here that we not exploring, man? Because let me look up O'Shea Jackson Jr., man. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to pull it up now.
Good for him though, bro. He got he in Star Wars, man.
Yeah. He doing his thing, but like when he, like I say, to tell me you can't say something, it's like telling me like, okay, well, who the hell are you?
Hey man, and he came through Husky though, bro. I ain't want to. I ain't want to go in on that, man.
I know COVID. Hey, bro, present company included. I know Husky. I know COVID Husky when I see it.
Hey man, this dude. I hate that, bro. Like, why everybody else hit the gym, man? But when it's one of us. I feel like they just be like, just show up, bro. You be all right.
Yeah, he's supposed to be 3 episodes.
No judgment.
He's supposed to be in 3 episodes.
He got the last 3. His name is Roken. Man, get the hell out of here, Roken. Who are you? Roken who? Roken Calrissian?
And see, that's I fucking love Star Wars and I hate it at the same time.
That's how I feel about this show, bro.
Star Wars is so big, and then it's like It's like
that's how I feel
at the
about this
same
show,
time,
bro. I love it
you,
and hate it at the same. I hate it, man.
I
I hate
need
that
you
it
to
exists.
like
I hate
if you're
that
gonna
this
just
show
throw me a
exists.
Roken, you gotta throw me a Roken. Yo, you gotta be a Calrissian at the
You gotta be a Calrissian, man. Who the hell are you, man? Roken? Your name Roken, bro.
You got to be Calrissian. What was the in episode 1 of the brother that was the her lead security? Padme lead security. That dude who had one of Prince homies, like
Captain Sanaa. Captain Sanaa, I think his name was.
He gotta be one of them. He gotta be
he's
one
not.
of them.
That
You know what I'm saying?
He was not from Naboo, man.
Yeah.
That dude was not. Hey, bro, you ain't from Naboo looking like that, bro. That dude was too husky, man. That dude live on a cold planet, bro. Hey. hey, he from a cold planet, man. He from a cold planet, man. He might, hey, man, he might be from Hoth or something, man. He might be from Hoth, bro. That dude said, man, this name Roken. First of all, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's how you know. That's how you know Disney Star Wars writers be on some bullshit. Unless, like you said, man, I hope your theory true, by the way. Unless he got some type of connection to River, y'all couldn't even have the damn presence of mind. Y'all couldn't even be. Y'all was so damn lazy. Y'all couldn't be bothered with the other black character in the show, giving him a name that don't start with an R, River and Roken. Like, y'all couldn't be bothered to just say like, no, y'all just like, well, what's her name? River, Raver.
Hey, man.
River. What's his name?
This dude got 3 episodes. It's gonna be his sister, Leia Luke.
Well, Al Roken's black. Roken, yeah,
Roken. It was what would a black guy name be in Star Wars?
Well, Al Roken's black. Roken.
Reva Roken. He gonna end up being like, oh, that's my sister from the. He got 3 episodes, man.
It better, bro.
Oh, that's funny, man. He said he's not from Naboo. That's the weird thing about Star Wars. It's like, yo, expanded universe, this, that, and the third. But then it's like, if you introduce somebody, you got to tell me, like, what purpose do they play? You just introduce it and get that shit right.
He don't play no purpose, bro.
Remember when Oscar was like, he was pissed off even at the line. He knew the line was some bullshit when he said it. Somehow Palpatine returned. He knew it was a bullshit line. When
what he say?
In his face.
Somehow. He couldn't even look at the camera.
He looked away.
He looked off camera and shit like. Oh, you want me to say it? Okay, all right.
You sure you want me to say that bullshit?
I mean, it makes no fucking sense. Okay, all right. Okay, JJ, all right. Somehow Palpatine has returned. Stupid, bro. I can't stand the sequel trilogy, bro.
Hey, man, he did not want to say that line, man. But like, they was sitting there, was like, yo, we gotta make this shit. We can't just introduce new characters, right? We don't know how to do that the right way, because we do that shit, we make a roker, right? When we introduce a new character, we call him Roker. Is it Roken
and River? And
we make him.
I said Roker. I no connection.
I called him out Roker.
Roker.
They're not
gonna have any connection, bro.
You just make up a person named Roken and you say like he important, and then you know what, you make Rhea and you like, you know what, this is what we gonna do. We gonna bring somehow Palpatine return.
Let's do a recap, man. Hold on. Can we? This was the shortest episode, right?
Yeah,
it was like 36 minutes or something.
Yeah,
it was really like 28.
They knew they had some bullshit.
It was about 28 minutes of actual screen time, right?
Oh, that's what that. So it was 36 with the credits.
When you count the credits and the recap, it was like 28 minutes.
Okay.
Wow. Nah, you know what? No, we gonna continue to trash this shit, man. Look, this ain't Roken, man. This ain't Roken, bro. But this is a goofy episode, man. We start off because there's a couple things in this episode that's like, okay. I mean, to me, this is the worst episode. This is one of the worst episodes in Disney Plus Star Wars history.
Yeah, it's not that good. It's definitely
really
not
bad, really bad. And I'm looking at the show now. Like the show is on my bad side now.
Okay.
Now I'm
okay.
looking at the show like the show might be trash. You know what I mean? Trash. And look, again, I like Obi-Wan Kenobi and I like this version of Vader. I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
I still like Obi, even though they kind of, you know, I want to see him make a 180 at some point. But
we late.
We're getting late. But I like this Vader for the most part. I can live with this Vader.
That's the one thing Disney didn't got right when it comes to Vader. They pretty much they got Vader right.
They got Vader right, bro. They
got
Vader being active.
Like,
you know what I mean?
and all the stuff they've had with Vader, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. If you want to add, you know, Rebels, if you want to add different things, right? Even though they have to sign off on things with video games. Speaking of which, this fucking Jedi Order. They have to sign off with things with video games and different like that.
Yeah,
they've done a good. They haven't messed up Vader.
They got Vader right.
I just think they've never out of all the things that they've done with other characters and just not done right. They didn't mess up Vader, and it's like
they didn't, man.
They actually gave us different moments of Vader that we never got.
Facts.
So that's really one thing. Like if they got one thing they can hang their hat on, and then they still let them be Vader. You get what I'm saying? Like it's the easiest thing because Marvel do it bad, in my opinion, right? One thing they do bad when they keep bringing a villain back is ultimately he becomes an anti-hero.
Yeah, you can't keep doing
never
that.
stay a villain, right? Like,
I hate that.
Kill that thing off, or if you keep bringing him back, he gotta be what he is.
Basically, if you see the villain twice with Marvel, he an anti-hero by the second time. If he survived, like if Killmonger come back, he an anti-hero.
Yeah. Loki's a merchandising opportunity now, right? He's not the guy he was, right? Like or has ever been. He's you know, it's probably funner to act that shit out, but like if you like it or like it, I'm not here to dump on it, but that's what they do. If you see a villain, they're now an anti-hero. They're conflicted. They got, you know, they're not they just not a thrasher. Like, you know, you see other forms of media or situations where they actually bring a villain back or they do this or do that. They end up trying to make them an opportunity to, you know, like they just mess it up, right? Or they just try to make them not as savage or as evil as they once were. For whatever reason, for all the things Disney do with a lot of stuff, they haven't done that with Vader. They had him snapping somebody's neck the other day.
And I said, no, that shit was brutal too, man. Like
dragging people, he was menacing.
Yeah,
walk up like you felt it.
No mercy. And it was a human person too. It could have been easily crushing a droid.
Somebody,
you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Killing an alien, a CGI alien, and slicing a sand person. Doing all that is easy. That takes a human face off of it. We ain't, you know, other than Rogue One, we ain't really seen Vader kill like non-Jedi, right?
Non-Force people.
Like,
I was like somebody pointed out like non-Force people.
Yeah, we seen him choke out Imperial, you know, officers.
Yeah, he took out his own man's, right?
But to see his disregard, to see his disregard for just regular life, just human, for human life, bro, it was like, damn, like that was jarring, bro, and that was in a good way, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I believe Vader would be like. So good job by Disney, even though, I mean, I'm sure we shooting Bell, but it's like, we not shooting Bell, but we giving them
actually
props.
Surprising. Yeah, give them flowers, but it's surprising that the one thing that you could have, because like, you know how many things they can do with Vader, right? Like meaning like I don't think they should, right? But but I could see them being like, oh, we can have a Vader TV show, we can have a Vader series. It's Vader.
So much.
It's Vader. Like they can go ahead and just start doing a bunch of shit with Vader, right? They could really get busy,
you know. Where
they could just do a bunch of things with Vader. Then they could. He didn't really die with the thing, and he got, you know, like they could do a lot because it's Vader. He's so popular, right?
And they do a lot of goofy stuff with Vader, you know, just in general, just as like he almost the mascot of the company, right? Of like Star Wars, right? Like if you go to like I've been to Disney World, I didn't see that many characters. Like it was like because it was like COVID still. But when I went to Disney World and I went to the little Star Wars part, I didn't really see that many characters walking around.
Yeah,
but I saw Vader.
You saw Vader.
I saw Vader walking around and some stormtroopers.
Yeah,
like they made sure out of all the characters there, Vader got out. Vader was out there, man, like walking around full, you know what I mean, full force. Like he had stormtroopers. It was him, full costume.
I remember seeing like I watched this little special where it was like, what was the reaction when A New Hope came out? It was 1977, right?
Oh yeah,
Like the 1977 reaction, right? Not like after it became the icon that it became, the 1977 reaction. And of course, you're gonna get it where like the younger people loved it, and then like you had some older, like, because it was masqueraded as a sci-fi movie, right? And then like, people coming in like, well, we smarter than that same chick we did earlier, but I think we were right about it. It's not really sci-fi, and it's that and the third, and who would do this? Yeah, it's more fantasy. But it was two people that stuck out from that time because they could be massacred like they did a parade. It was two people that it was Vader. So when they did this showcase, it was Vader during a parade, and it was Boba Fett. It was Vader and Boba Fett because like the mystique, Boba Fett. We ain't gotta go there. But like the mystique of Boba Fett, right? And
he had it,
yeah. Because only thing he did with A New Hope, and didn't he just look when they came up on he just did a look like
he wasn't in the original New Hope, but like when they added the scenes from George Lucas when they re-released it.
Oh, that was a later ad. Okay.
Yeah. When he go.
Did they purposely put him in later? Like this is just that little wasn't right around the
he came through. He
Millennium Falcon.
And now they filmed that scene, but it was with. So when they originally filmed that, Jabba the Hutt was a human. That's why, and George Lucas left it in there. That's why he left it in there. That's why you see what Han Solo says, like, Jabba, you're a wonderful human being. Like literally,
when he creepily ran up on him, he done about to smash. You're a wonderful human being. He was slid up on him. Yeah, I remember that. I watched it the other day.
Yeah, he like step on his tail and like go over like because it was literally Jabba the Hutt at that time. George probably thinking like George barely got enough practical costumes and stuff to have that Mos Eisley scene.
Yeah,
he ain't got no damn Jabba the Hutt puppet in this one. I mean, yet he ain't got the budget for that yet because they don't know this movie gonna be a success. So he just had a dude in like a suit, like a costume, whatever. Like he wasn't even an alien. He was just some fat white dude.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the. And if you go back and watch the making of it, I actually got a book with like a picture of it. But
so that scene wasn't in the original, or they actually had a human kind of person.
It was in there. So like the second time the movies came out.
Yeah.
The second time the movies was released, the re-release, the original re-release, they put that scene in, and it was like some CGI thrown in there too.
Damn. So like I can't remember it. Not it's like I was trying to remember the other day when everybody force ghost at the end of Return of the Jedi, and I'm trying to remember what the other Anakin looked like. Right? It
was
like I can't in my mind. I can't remember. I had to go on YouTube to like look it up again because I can't. I've seen him Return of the Jedi 1,000 times, but in my mind I can't remember the older. And it was always questioning me once they put Hayden Christensen there. It's like, well, then why didn't they put Ewan right there, right?
A younger Ewan.
I know Alec Guinness, but I was like, why couldn't they gonna do that? They gonna have a younger one.
Even though I love Ewan. Yeah, I love Ewan performance. Yeah, you got to keep Alec in that, man, because that's who Obi-Wan was.
You can't take that away from him.
Nah, you can't take him out of there
because he was too important in those movies.
Yeah, but even though it's kind of weird because it's like, wait a minute. Why do Anakin get to be young again?
You know, got a young ghost. Like I want to be a young Force ghost. But, I thought that like if I'm gonna be a Force ghost, why I gotta be old when I'm a Force ghost?
Yeah, because Yoda even old. Like, damn, like Yoda didn't go back to young Yoda. But you can see the only time you see the original Anakin is when he take the helmet off and he dies. And I always kind of like, all right, that's cool. Well, I always kind of wonder, like, man, what if Hayden Christensen went back? What if George Lucas went back and like refilmed that and like cut it to where it looked like if he like Hayden reshot those scenes and said those lines like, so your sister. But then again, the fan of me like, nah, that whoever that I can't remember who the dude name was. Yeah, whoever the original Anakin was, the way he delivered that line, I'm like, that's iconic to me. So
Yeah.
Tell your sister
He gotta stay there with
you
that.
were right about me. You know what I mean? Like when that line, like damn, like when he told you, like, tell your sister you was right about me. That gotta stay in there. So
That gotta stay in there.
You can't mess with that.
I kind of feel like
the
older dudes should have been there in the Force Ghost too, though. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, you can say that, but
I kind of feel like that. I like seeing Hayden in there.
I like the Hayden though. I like the Hayden, but I would have took either or on that one. But I'm just glad they didn't take his scene out as Vader dying. I mean, that was a good line. You know what I mean, from him, where he was like, let me look at you with my own eyes, and then he finally get to see him for the last time with his real eyes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a line. Yeah, that's a line. Yeah,
you want to watch it again now?
Yeah,
shit.
But yeah, man. Back to this show though. This episode again, shortest episode. And we'll go back and edit this. We'll put it all together for the recap. So, where do we start off at with this one?
We started him trying to. Obi was in the tank, right? Because obviously he had the burns. He was in the burns from the previous episode. So we start off again with, I think it was him, and like they was kind of mirroring it, him in the tank, and then Vader was in the tank as well. Just kind of like back and forth, but Obi still got the voices in his head. He don't want to finish. He don't want to finish his soak.
And somehow they manage. It looks worse. It looks worse in 2022 than the 1980 Empire Strikes Back to tank scene with Luke. It looks worse here. You can clearly see that he just got red marks. It looked like they just took him, like he just, like the makeup is like, they just drew them some shits on, man. That shit looked goofy. He clearly just in a pool. It don't even look blue like a back to tank would look. It just look lazy, man. Like, so all right, yeah. So he's not really reacting well to the treatment. He's jumping out of the back to tank, and he eventually wakes up. But yeah, it is sort of mirroring back to Anakin in the back to tank. And I don't know if they were in there at the same time, because Disney Star Wars they like to do this thing with the Force dyad or whatever, where two people can be connected and feeling things at the same time through the Force, whatever, man.
Like how Ben and Rey was.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but goofy ass Star Wars writers, Disney Star Wars writers. So yeah, so he jumps out of the pool. They telling him, "Hey man, get back in there. You're not done." He jumps out, and he immediately is like, "Yeah, we gotta go get Leia. I can't leave her. Yada yada." And yeah, and especially when you start talking to your boy, man. Your boy show up. I'm gonna just call him not Quinlan Voss. No, I'm just playing. He's Roker. He's Roker. Roker show up, man.
Roken.
Roken.
Is it Roken or Roker?
Rookie? Yeah, Rookie. Whatever. Man. Roken. Okay. Roken. Yeah. Roker. Son shit. Whatever. Roker show up, man. So he come out. Roken show up. And Roken is, I don't know what. I still cannot figure out if Roken was didn't want to go, or he was trying to convince Obi-Wan that they can't rescue Leia, or that he was always
a lot of Force children out here that need our help.
That's okay.
It's not my concern.
Maybe that make a little bit more sense then. Okay, so maybe he was looking at big picture, like, hey man, listen.
More big picture. That I felt like that was established, and then 20 seconds later it wasn't.
But yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the way he was adamant, like, no, they took it's a lot of Force children. They took my wife was Force children. We tried to hide it.
So did he even say that? Okay, so why did he say that then? Why did he say there's a lot of Force children? Was it because he wanted to rescue other Force children, or did he just throw that line out like, hey, there's a lot of Force children?
Like, look, this one ain't gonna cut it. Like, we ain't about to.
He don't know she's Force sensitive though, right?
Yeah, I hope not. It seemed like
I know they ain't break the Lord.
I need to write that and watch that again and see if that was a thing. But he was like, look, we got Force children that need our help. Like, we ain't about to. She's not our concern. Also, they took my wife. Then they killed her. Okay, let's go.
Like Obi-Wan didn't even say nothing. Like Obi-Wan didn't even argue his point.
We got to go get her.
he was like, yeah, we have to get to. I can't leave her, What did Obi-Wan say to convince this man? This is really nothing. He just
Force told him. It's the Force.
I know who
Force
that's
told
what
him to do it.
Yeah, that's what the writers would say. It was the Force.
It was the Force.
It was the Force. Yeah, do we use a mind trick on him? I guess. I mean, you might as well say that. I guess Obi-Wan used the mind trick on him. Like
he looked like he was weak minded the way he flipped. So.
He had to be weak minded. So he's like, he's like, I knew what my wife was when they took her. You know what? You have my shit.
And
so Obi-Wan is sitting there like, I didn't say anything. So okay, so they cut back to the Inquisitors, right? I think Vader snapped a little bit, right?
No, that wasn't yet. That wasn't
yet.
Vader didn't snap until when at the end, closer to the end, right? When everybody escaped. Once the jacket situation happened.
Yeah. Which we'll get to that. So all right, we get to the interrogation then.
Yeah.
Where Reva is interrogating Leia for some type of secrets for some reason. I
think she's trying to find where the base is.
Yeah, so
where were they supposed to go? It's shitty because she could have got that from the pilot. That she
Thank
killed.
you.
But but I digress. I'm gonna try to get the little girl when you could have just did this shit over the pilot dude that you just murked. Oh, you was on your way too, or you could have seen the ship log. You could have seen a lot of things to find it out, but
you also could have got that from the fake Jedi. But anyway, whatever. So she killed a guy or whatever for some reason.
I think that's how she knew. I think that's how she knew to show up in the one.
She knew. Okay, she got all the information to get out of him.
Jedi knew the hub. I don't know if he knew the secondary spot. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah, he probably like, I just get him off planet. I don't ask questions beyond that. Okay. So, all right. So she in there interrogating this little girl Leia, and she really like getting nowhere. You know what I mean? And she kind of like asking Leia questions, and it kind of looked like Leia was about to break, and then she kind of just out of nowhere like, I don't know anything. Like, okay.
I think that was one of the things they snuck in. That was like a episode 4 thing. How she kind of acted. That was kind of mirrored how she acted when they was first asking her about the rebel base or something in episode 4 with Tarkin, and Tarkin was there. Seen a little mirror thing to that one.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones.
All right, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So
not shooting a veil, just
it do. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was one of the ones.
She did get captured. I mean, this technically is the first time now that Obi-Wan saved her. So Reva is getting nowhere, and Reva's not. And I don't know if she's gonna ask later, but she seemed like she's not even really asking. Like, how is this little girl resisting the Force? She don't do that. She just, oh yeah, okay. I guess I'm just not getting anywhere. I'll try again. I'll try again later. So what's happening? Because it kind of moved fast. All right, because
then they get back. That's when they get back to the Obi come out. So after that, Obi come out. We got to go save Leia. That's what we start talking to my man. Roman.
Yeah. Okay. So I was a little ahead. All right. So this is when we actually get the whole flip flop from Roken. This when we Roken flip flops, and he's like, "All right, I'll do it. You have my ship." You know, even though he at first was like, and he got some other background characters that I don't remember the name of.
Couple pilot people.
Yeah, some pilots. Wade, I think, was one of them. Was one of them named Wade?
I felt like the one who called it at the end. His name was Wade. He don't got no. He didn't have a Star Wars name.
In a galaxy far, far away. His name is Wade.
His name was Wade.
So Wade, who you knew was gonna die, by the way, his name was Wade. So Wade is just like,
oh my goodness, he was named Wade. He was
Wade just like, yeah, we can't do that. You know what I mean? And the girl, I think it was like an Asian chick. She was in there. She was just like, yeah, we can't. We don't have the manpower for that. We're not fighters. You know what I mean? And then you got the spy chick.
Was it Rose in episode?
Yeah, Rose.
Episode. Yeah, that's their mother right there.
Yeah, yeah. This is Rose's mom.
Connect.
It got to be. Otherwise, yeah. She even had the same little bullshit hat. She even got the little bullshit hat like she did. Because you know that was her sister in the beginning who dies in the
one. Yeah.
Who, you know, it was like, hey, here goes a character you don't care about or know about. We're gonna kill her off right away. Like,
yeah.
So this is their mom.
You know, because it gotta connect, man.
And Wade was the dad. No, I don't know, but this got to connect. So it's the mom. We're just going to assume that it's the mom. Otherwise, it's a useless character. Yeah. All right. So Rose Tico's mom was like, nah, you're right. We're not soldiers. You know, we can't help. You know what I mean? And Wade bum ass is like, yeah, we can't do that. So, and then what's the spy chick name? The chick, the double agent?
Taylor.
Her name Taylor. So Tyler is like hey, I can get in. All right. So they go underwater because the base is like you can get in through the base underwater. Obi-Wan, I guess, through the Force, can somehow withstand the pressures of being so deep that this is the base. This is the base of the base, like meaning the bottom of the Inquisitor base, whatever.
Yo, this is the ocean floor.
Just the ocean floor. His body can withstand that somehow through the Force, I guess. So I would imagine that
he had the thing from the mouthpiece.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Yeah,
episode 1. So that's the Force to not get crushed.
He used the Force to.
That's not how the Force works. But man, that's when your boy Harrison Ford be like, man, y'all gotta kill me in this one.
Yeah. He was like, just get me out of it. Please get me out of this.
Y'all gotta pay me enough to do it, and y'all got to kill me off, man.
I just want to be done with this.
That's not how the Force works.
That's not how it works. So, he's using the Force to keep his body intact. So he don't succumb to the pressure. So he's under there, and you're seeing all types of creatures and stuff. They not bothering him. It's the Force, you know what I mean?
It's the Force.
So he sneaks
like swimming in that pool.
Yeah.
Whatever that little underground.
They did that. Yeah, they did that.
I used the Force to get there.
But then for some reason, use the ship thing to get out, whatever. But so he
don't say it's always a bigger fish. That same bigger fish that wasn't there when they was swimming in.
Yeah, it wasn't guarding.
Really just flesh to eat.
Yeah.
But when you get the ship to leave,
right?
Yeah, we go. Yeah, I want all that.
2 fish. They dodged 2 fish. So
he's a bigger fish.
So all right. So at this point, now at the same time, Taylor is infiltrating the base up top to get Obi-Wan in. And it's a little goofy, but she get up to the whatever, I don't know, what is it, the threshold, the portal, whatever, to get into the room or whatever.
Yeah, she went into like the kind of like the security kind of interest, right? Security checkpoint, we want to call it.
And the dude jump rank, you know what I mean? He kind of like, hey, you don't belong here. And she like, I got classified information. So she talked her way out of that, you know what I mean? No Force, by the way. Just
she didn't need the Force. She just was like she did them like, I talk. Don't you want me to tell your boss that you did this to me? Like, I'll rank him, man.
Yeah.
She pulled rank. She pulled
Reva's move from the last episode, right?
Yeah, she pulled rank.
You want me to tell him I listen to you and whatever. So She get through,
which is a movie Hollywood classic.
Yeah, it's a
Pull a rank is like a staple.
It's cliche. Yeah,
it's a staple.
So yeah, it's a staple. All right. It's like a trope. So she gets in, and she's sitting there, and she buying her time to get Obi-Wan in, and another dude call her out. Another dude from the Empire call her out. By the way, rewind. They made it convenient. I noticed this. You see that the dude walked by, obviously with the big coat on, just to let the viewer know, like, hey, look, they wear big coats.
Yeah.
For some reason, they wear big coats here. You know what I mean? Even though we're not on the ice planet, we're not on the ice planet. Like, the only time you see that is in like Hoth. You know what I mean? If you go back to Empire,
that was Empire,
back,
right?
They wear kind of like coats, whatever. Here, you see, they clearly make it clear that it's a soldier with a coat on, a big trench coat on. So that's a foreshadow. So she's in there. Another officer calls her out, right? He like, hey, same line. You don't belong here. Yes, I do. I got classified information. Let me see that. So at this point, she, for some reason, is like, I can't talk my way out of this. She couldn't talk her way out of that one because this dude was kind of like high ranked. So she kind of choked him out. What does she do? Tickling? She like tickling to death or whatever? No, she like choke him out. Even though she 110 pounds and this dude like 6'4", she choked out this big dude, whatever.
Nobody else heard it.
No, it just other officers and stormtroopers are sitting there, dumb. You know what I mean? They can't hear nothing. They ain't got no type of
and it was lightweight, like everybody might have been on break. It was light, and like go to break and like two people stay back, and then them two go to break. It was light in there.
They could have been doing anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was light in there.
He back there, he getting choked out by a female officer, by Tyler. So she choking him out. She finally put him to sleep, and by this time Obi-Wan broke in, and he moving around. Now, cut over to Leia. And I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but we following the
you get to the money.
Yeah, we following what happened here. Leia's getting like at this point, Reva done did everything with the Force. Again, not questioning how this child can resist her. She just like, I'm just gonna torture the kid. So she hooked the kid. She hooked Leia up to the torture device. It looks similar to the one they used on Han in Empire Strikes Back. Where they torture him, where it's like
I think it's the same one they use on Baby Girl in Jedi Order.
Yeah.
I think they used that in felt like Rhea caught that too. Was that the same kind of one that Rey? I call it Rhea. Is it Rhea? It's Rey. Rey in episode 7, and I feel like one other person.
Ray.
Yeah.
These are names, man.
What's a black name? What's a queen name with an R? Reva. In the galaxy, right? I want to know what my galaxy name would be.
Yeah.
Rand.
Yeah.
But I feel like somebody else had that too, and I'm missing it right now. Oh, I think it might have been. I always bring it up. I think my man Khan had that in the Rebels. I think that was one of the ones that used.
That sounded about right.
He caught that too.
Because it seemed like
that's the first one I really remembered is that one. But
it's not a Clone War era type torture device. It's like really new Empire torture device. So it's one of their devices that they brought with the Empire. So she about to. I'm kind of like sitting there watching. Like, are they gonna do this? Like, are they gonna torture her? Because this go back to my, the theory from last week that we kind of went over was, man, he gonna make Leia forget all this. And I'm like, I was like, if she get tortured, you can't erase that. Like, you can't violate Star Wars lore to that degree, right? You couldn't tell me that she had went through torture, physical torture as a child, a traumatic event like that, and then by the time New Hope comes, she don't remember that. You know what I mean? Like she would mention that, like, yeah, Obi-Wan, you saved me. I remember I got tortured. She would remember that, which is why when I saw it happening, I'm thinking like, okay, this is the moment where she's gonna get tortured so bad as a kid. It's gonna be so traumatic. Obi-Wan is gonna be like, I can't let you remember this. I gotta erase your memory. I gotta erase this torture so you can't remember it. That don't happen. He break in, and it's kind of like, it's funny because I did see one like comparison, right? And it's funny, the scene, all right, this particular scene where Obi-Wan come in and like the lightsaber light up, and he like take one of the guards out, and then it light up again, he take the other. They stole that shit from The Force Awakens. You remember that game, The Force Awakens?
No, I don't remember the game.
Oh, it was dope.
I think I probably saw. I wonder if I saw that breakdown that you saw.
Yeah, it was basically Fallen Order before Fallen Order, but it's a little bit more. It's not as
that's been popping up on my feed a lot more.
Yeah, it's not as hardcore as Fallen Order is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as like hard as Fallen Order is. It was a little bit more like hack and slash, you know. But they stole that from that trailer. Like it was crazy. It was like scene for scene they stole that. So I'm like, y'all just, man.
Yeah.
So whatever. So they stole that, but so it's not even as cool of a scene as I can get it. I can't give it credit for being that cool because they clearly stole it. So he take out the guards and he get laid off the torture rack. And they in the hallways, they moving around. And what happens? So where we at now? All right, so
now we're at the point where they ended up, so they shooting, and that's when they shoot the glass. Right. They shoot the glass.
Yeah. And I skipped over a part, didn't I, with the tomb?
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, the whole tomb thing.
Yeah. Let's go back. All right.
Thing. Yeah, let's go back. Yeah, that was before he got there. That was before he got to Leia.
It was.
Because he could hear Leia screams because of the tomb.
When he
was in that area with the tombs.
Okay, so you tell me what you think, because you fresh off of Rebels. I think I'm a little bit more fresh off Clone Wars.
Yeah.
What did you take? Because I felt I'm gonna say and be honest, I really didn't feel nothing. I just kind of just looked at that scene and was like, I couldn't really gather anything from it. I was just kind of like, okay. I didn't recognize any of the Jedi.
Yeah, and that's the part. It wasn't like somebody. So seeing that, I was expecting to see like a hitter.
Yeah, a hitter. Like a Quinlan Voss or
we was gonna see a hitter.
Like, what's a Jedi like Plo Koon or somebody like that? Like,
we was gonna see a
hitter, like a master, a Jedi, because it was a lot of bodies. You know what I mean? Like
in Rebels, that one of the early episodes. I always say, is it Khan? Ran up on him and Ezra, ran up on his. And that same kind of, like, it wasn't that, but it was kind of a situation where they saw his master, but it was really just the Grand Inquisitor playing him. Right. But it hit like, oh, that's his master. You know what I'm saying? And then he was going to try to save her, try to get her up out of there. Cause she was like I think she was more encased like Han Solo was. And he just used that as bait. But like that was a big thing for that moment in time, right? But like seeing this, it was just like a bunch of people that you gotta like read. You have to read all the old Republic shits to really know who was sitting in there. One kind of looked like old girl from the Jedi Order, Fallen Order, but like with hair and shit. But like that's not really. So I had no connection to nobody that was like. Had we seen Mace? No, people try to sneak that one out. Had Windu been in one of those? Okay, we had something.
Then we but had they done that, that would have took over the whole show. The rest of the entire show would have lost meaning. I'd be like, I don't care what happened. I know Obi-Wan not gonna die. I don't care.
Yeah.
Where's Mace Windu at? Is Mace?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing? Because so they smart for not doing something like that, because you would have just killed the rest of the show. But yeah, that's the only, to elicit a true response from me, you would have to show me like a Mace or a Plo Koon or
so it's a weird thing, right? To your point, Quinlan. Yeah, to your point, it's like it was a scene to show they have a trophy case because they got other things like youngling helmets and lightsabers and all that.
Yeah,
but it really didn't really mean anything. Like, bro. It's a tomb, but you know a bunch of Jedi dead already. You actually lived through Order 66. You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a grand discovery to be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is where they keeping everyone. Or something like that. It was like you lived through Order 66. A lot of Jedi done fallen, and anyone afterwards and then caught it. Like you just saw one hanging from the guy you didn't help, my man, and he was just hanging, and you ain't sure, like you didn't even feel anything at that point in time. So it was a scene they put in there, but it was like it didn't really do it because, like you say. But to your point, had it been someone, it changes a lot of things, right? It changes the episode, changes the series.
That, but it changed.
It would have changed the series.
So I mean, you almost like, well, I guess they couldn't really drop nobody because it would have. You were already in a show that it's already hard to like concentrate on because this episode was just going terribly. For them, if they would have dropped somebody in that, then it's like I can't even finish the episode, man. Because what was that? You know what I mean? I only care about that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
it might have made sense had they added a Jedi. Let's say he helped that guy, helped my man in the beginning, and then he saw him there.
That would have been like, oh,
he could have paid that off. Like he helped him, like, okay, boom. Or if he sunned him the way he did, if he sunned him the way he did, didn't see him, right, and didn't see him.
Then he saw him there. That would have made way more sense. Absolutely.
Damn, I think we just wrote a better
kind of scene.
Yeah. Kind of how easy that is.
Yeah, like you see how it is.
That happened and he happened right there. We kind of both damn, we could have because
that
made sense.
Because we're fans. You see how we actually care. Like we actually
live and breathe too, right?
We actually like Star Wars. So anyway, but
that made sense.
We live and breathe, right? We're not robots. So
because
we're not software. So
we gotta still find out. There's only 2 episodes left, and you got this whole Disney Plus episode 5 thing, penultimate episode. We gotta know. I still don't know why Obi was the way he was in Rebels. I still don't know why Obi was the way he was in A New Hope.
And I don't think we're gonna get it. I think they're gonna get it.
I actually think it's gonna be a season 2, but that's a whole
they already kind of announced that.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be a season. I don't think it should be a season 2.
It's not needed. They really didn't need to do this outside of the fact that I'm happy, but they didn't need to do this.
It's this good to see Ewan again.
Yeah, but they didn't need to do this. But go ahead.
They obviously didn't need to do this because they were not, especially when you're not equipped with writers who care. Like, that's the difference between The Mandalorian. You had Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They like Star Wars. They care about Star Wars. And in some cases, you would even claim they love it. That's not the case with whoever wrote this show, man. And that's not the case with the Star Wars writing team, bro. They not like hardcore fans. They just got those, like, they were put in place, but they not fans.
They write TV shows.
They just write TV shows, and they just happen to have this project, but they not like Filoni and Favreau are. So anyway, so he see the tomb, and he eventually catch up to Leia. Fast forward, we kind of have now we kind of got this mad dash where they got to get out of there. And what do Obi-Wan do?
Yeah, so they shoot the window.
They shoot
the window. Right at that same time, if I'm not forgetting, that's the same time that old girl Taylor show up.
That's a good one.
That's how because they couldn't. He like, I need to get her. Taylor show up. They about to get up out of here, but he got to force hold the window together.
Right. This window. That's underground. Underground base. It's an underground base. Remember, all you got to do is shoot a blaster. Pew, one shot, and it cracks the window.
And then let's rewind back. Remember earlier in the episode, he was on that ship. He couldn't force move the little toy truck or whatever that shit was on the table.
Couldn't do it.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Now, they got the whole mom could lift. I wonder if that's really ever really happened. Mom could lift up a truck with adrenaline. So once you got the force and you got adrenaline, adrenaline and the force is you know what I'm saying? You got adrenaline and the force. Shit.
Yo, we've been hearing that story for years, man. Man, a woman can lift up a truck, man. Adrenaline, it's always a truck, like in the rain too. In my mind, it's the rain, like she just turned into Incredible Hulk.
She gotta save her kids, man.
Bionic women,
truck in the rain when
she gotta save her kids, bro. Adrenaline,
literally probably never happened
Probably
I
never
actually
happened.
want to know a case where that shit happened.
It's probably very tragic of a situation. You know what I mean? Where
She
she
lifted
didn't
the
lift
truck.
up the truck.
No, bro, she
The
was an
kids
alien,
didn't.
man.
Yeah,
She
they
had
didn't
the
make
force, man. She was one of the original Jedis. They got her in Area 66 right now. They siphoning shit. That's how we got the internet. They siphoning shit off her,
Oh
man.
man, I bet you looked that up, bro. That's an urban legend, man.
That shit never happened.
That shit never happened, B. That's
There's
just
no possible way. It didn't happen. She could lift the truck. Like,
what truck? Right? Like what kind of truck
man.
was it? Like, was it a
A
horse and
truck?
buggy? Was it a what part of the truck? Like, did she
A truck?
She
A
had
truck,
to save
man.
her kids in the
A woman took a
rain.
truck to save her kids. Like,
Okay.
what saving of your kids you got to do for a parked truck? Was it a moving truck? Like, she stopped a moving truck? Like, a parked truck, you don't have to
man.
save your kids.
Yeah.
Hey, Timmy, get the fuck from under the truck.
Yeah. Adrenaline though.
But
Yeah.
adrenaline had a mom saving the kids. But that's the force
Without
and
ripping her
adrenaline.
off. Yeah.
Force and adrenaline. Whoo.
He can keep the ocean from coming in.
Yeah.
Just a little while until, you know.
And the stormtroopers just stood there. Now, stormtroopers are idiots. But they
clearly. Yeah, they
will. One thing they're gonna do is shoot.
Yeah.
They might not hit, but they gonna shoot.
And I think he just blocked one. You know, a prime Obi-Wan could deflect it back to the stormtrooper. You know, like you doing Jedi Fallen Order. You just kind of you know, and,
that's what you get the worst is when you got to do that, and then those little guys with the kind of the what's some guys with the hammer? It's not a hammer
and shit.
Yeah, they got the batons and they coming at you. You still got to go. And the baton dudes coming at you. I'm cool with those. I just can't handle. I can't handle those little.
I'm about to play that again.
The little animal things that be coming out. So when I'm getting through, I'm like, okay, cool. Wop wop wop. Then the animal things come at me. I force hit them a couple times, but then when I try to do when I run out of force hits, you know, with the triangle. Now I got to go back to the wop wop fighting the shit. They running up on me. Now I got to start the whole down. They get me. Shit fun as hell.
It can be brutal. It's rewarding though. It's fun. You got a PlayStation 5 version, right?
I got the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I got the 5 version. I'm playing that. Now you know what I did? I think I did the
it's like the upgrade.
I got the EA Sports 2. I got the EA Sports thing.
Yeah. So you just do the upgrade.
I bought it. I got the disc, but then I just like fuck it. I don't gotta take the one disc I got in. I just downloaded it off the thing. The EA Sports Play, EA Play.
That's what I got.
That shit.
It's like $5 a month.
Yeah. And I'm playing that. But yeah, now I'm at the part where where I gotta get out of them 3 grams trying to get at me. I done wiggle through them. I learned from them. Like, I'm not even fighting them dudes. I'm just running past them. Yeah. So I get through and I just run past. And now I'm in that area where the kind of like you got to force stop the spinning, all the spinning debris and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to that pit, and then now I got those 3 joints, and they coming at me, and I ain't had no life left. So I think I had to, you know, they make you start back over. So I had to start back over on that. You know. That's them the ones that get me. It ain't I'm still waiting on. I need that next boss. Like we getting to the point like a boss got to show up.
Oh yeah.
I know a boss got to show up.
Yeah, it can be. It's just you got to learn, man. You got to learn their patterns, and once you learn, bro. Once you get the patterns down and the repetition and the way you got to maneuver. The game open up for you, man. Like it's like the Matrix, bro. You say Neo saw the code, like damn, you know. You just I see you, you know. Neo telling you, I see you, you know.
Yeah.
So you'll get it though, but
So
he stopped the ocean
from
coming in.
They stopped the ocean from coming in,
and he let it go. And the stormtroopers is basically in there. They dead. They float and they drown instantly. You know what I mean? So they drown. And Obi-Wan now got to make his way out, man. He got to get back to the ship. But it's not really a ship. It's like he just got to get out of it. I don't know where he's going.
They got to get to the rendezvous point.
They just got to get back to the rendezvous, which is basically.
Now, mind you, this is a big.
Yes.
This is the Inquisitor fucking fortress.
This is their base.
It's basically a fortress. Yeah, it's a base.
Yeah.
But they got to get a rendezvous point where at the end we see is one ship coming to save them. So it might have been, was it two? It was two ships coming to save them.
Three. No, it was two. It was two. It was Wade
two.
and
Wade and what's the name of mom?
Tico mom.
Rose mama.
Yeah, Rose mom.
So, but they got to get to the rendezvous point.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to change clothes.
So they got to be in disguise. Because Ewan, for some reason, just looked like a full Jedi now. He got on he put on his old robes. He rolled up. He got the robes, the boots, and his lightsaber.
Yeah.
So he got to cover that up. You would think. I mean, he can't get rid of it again. He got a beard too, by the way. That's one thing. Nobody else in the Empire got a beard. They all got it. So you would think that would give him away right away. Yeah. You would think that would give him up right away, but nah. You would think, all right, well, at least completely change it to some Imperial, an Imperial uniform. Nah, he just throwing a big coat.
He threw the hat on though.
He threw the hat on.
Yeah. He threw the hat on. Didn't do nothing about his beard, but he had the Imperial. He had the what's the name in hat? What's them dudes of the fitted the senator, not the senator, but whatever she was.
Yeah,
officer. Yeah. He had the officer.
Like so like a moth or what? No, not a moth, but like a
hat cock can't see his eyes.
Yeah,
that's what he had on.
You know what I mean? So he pulled it in. So he walking out.
Yeah,
he got a big coat on too. You know what I mean? He throw the big coat on. But what do they do with Leia, man? Because remember Leia, who super important. Princess of Alderaan, a child, not yet in touch with her powers, hasn't shown any force sensitivity, really, or at least none that has been acknowledged by Obi-Wan. You would think maybe we should put this kid on my back. Maybe I should put the kid into a box and push the box like I'm pushing.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. Pushing something. That's a classic right there.
Yeah. But he don't do that. He just say, just hide under my big coat.
That's what they say. I've seen that. Obi-Wan
so like a cartoon.
They say Obi-Wan with Leia under his trench coat looked like a pathetic attempt to sneak a kid into a movie theater.
Like an old school cartoon with the chipmunks or something, where the chipmunks all be on each other's shoulders. Like a cartoon. What Peter say on Family Guy? It's like, it's like, do you just got crafty dwarfs under there? Like what? It's like you got three dwarfs. You got three dwarfs under there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, he don't even do that. You know what I mean? He just put her under the coat and they try to walk out like he's sneaking her out. And for the longest, he's getting away with it. Remember, these same officers who stopped another Imperial officer and asked for her identification, even though she outranked him, see these two strangers walking through. One with a coat on with 4 pairs of feet. Don't stop them. Now, out come Rick.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
They walk past Fifth Brother now. Big Fifth Brother and them cross patterns. Second sister.
Yeah. Brother, who are supposed to be super sharp, force sensitive inquisitors. Don't notice this bearded officer. Don't notice this other officer. And yeah, they walk past him and don't even bat an eye. You know what I mean? They just walk past him. So they almost out of there. But out come the smartest inquisitor of them all.
Of all time.
The greatest inquisitor ever. Reva come out and it's like, what she say? She say something like, it's like
traitor.
Yeah, which again, this how you know it's Disney Star Wars, because who else said traitor? bum ass. What's his name? Kylo Ren. Remember that? He said that in if you ever seen Force Awakens, he got that line. Traitor, that belongs to me. Where he like the lightsaber. You know, he like leaning.
Yeah.
That belongs to me. Traitor.
I remember that.
So, yeah, let's look that up. Look that up, man. Let's see if we can pull that up.
Oh, that's when I seen that. That's when one of the stormtroopers. They said that to what's the name it? To
Finn.
To Finn. Yeah. Traitor.
Here we go. There we go. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can say it, if I can share that.
Hey man, Finn really thought he was gonna clap Ray.
Bro. Not only did he think he was gonna clap, the actor Boyega thought he was gonna clap. I'm talking about he thought his character was gonna do way more in that movie. He did not.
They was setting that up. He ain't even close to sniffing that.
He ain't even, bro. They ain't even gave him a shot, bro.
He wasn't even close.
He wasn't even sniffing it, man. Look at this. There you go.
Oh, he said it to him too.
Traitor.
Traitor.
Look at this guy.
So two people said it to Finn, right? Because didn't what's the name say it to him? One of them stormtroopers. Oh no!
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he was a traitor. You know, so all the stormtroopers and
because he's walking around
had
with
the same voice for some reason. So
yeah, he had a saber.
Goofy as hell. So all right, yeah. So
hey man, Ren would have smashed Finn, man. Like, come on now.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Like, if Ren was what he was,
come on, man. Yeah,
like, we just seen Vader like force sensitive people against non-force sensitive people, right?
Like if Han in the original trilogy would have tried to pick up a damn lightsaber, bro, he tried to shoot Vader and Vader wouldn't even let him do that. He tried to shoot him in Empire Strikes Back and he man, come on, give me that, man.
If Ren was strong enough for when Vader, if Ren was so powerful to the point with the dark, especially with the dark side, where even Luke's whole legacy got ruined.
Yeah.
Come on, he would have smashed Finn, man. Like, he didn't even say
stopped the blaster bolt in midair, bro. You know how fast the laser is?
What happened to the force choke? He could have force choked this little dude. Like,
he could have literally crushed every bone in his body.
Another brother in the what's the name of without a shape up. Roken might be this dude father, man.
Hey man, what's up with the shape ups, bro? You can't get a line up in the galaxy. Damn.
Man always had no beard and no shape up. He just had a baby fro. Every episode, like a patted down fro too.
Yeah,
one of them shits where they comb the shits out and they.
I think he beaded that shit.
Like,
he tried to beat them shits. Yeah, he had the little beady shits in the last one though. I think he tried to beat it up in the last one. But yeah, that was some bullshit, man. Like, damn, man. Nobody in the galaxy got a fucking line up, bro.
Barbers in the galaxy, man. I know the stormtroopers got to get something. We had
Reva up here got
a military.
Yeah, Reva done went to the Africans and shit in the galaxy, you know. That little fan ain't get no cut. But anyway.
Got her hair done, didn't you?
Queen got her hair done every episode. So,
but like you say, the smartest
inquisitor ever, man. You know, just the greatest.
T-47 airspeeders. That's what they are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the airspeeders. All right. So everything started happening. She calls out. She had this back and forth with Tala, where she's like, "You're a traitor," and she's like, "Well, no, I'm not." And she's like, "Yes, you are." "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are." And then she like, "You're a spy," and she like, "Well, of course I am." She kind of reverse psychology her, right? You know, remember, this is the smartest Grand Inquisitor ever. So she like, "Oh yeah, I am a spy." She like, what do you mean?" She's like, "Well, I infiltrated she don't call them rebels. She just, whatever the hell they are, man. She just like, yeah, I infiltrated these people and, you know, we've been looking for these Jedi and I had to do it. And this is why." And she like, you know, Reva like, because Reva the smartest ever. She like, "Nah, you couldn't have did that. You can't be that good. You know, you can't be that much of a spy. You know, you got to be a traitor." And basically, she just kind of find out that Tyler lying. Now, in comes. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe we about to see the first time like Obi-Wan stand up for himself. Because truth be told, man, if Obi-Wan is half the man that he used to be, he should be able to dust Reva easily in a lightsaber fight. You gotta remember about these Inquisitors, man. They not just up here. They're not like Sith Lords. Sith Lords are trained in lightsaber duel. Like they lightsaber, a Sith Lord lightsaber skills is like unparalleled. You know what I mean? Count Dooku, before him, Darth Maul, they do damage. They kill people. He killed Qui-Gon. He was taking on two trained, a Jedi Master and a Padawan at the same time, and killed the Master. That's how good he was. Yeah, that's a Sith Lord. That's how powerful a Sith Lord is. Then you got Count Dooku. He cut Anakin's arm off
with ease.
And he shut Obi-Wan down. He would have killed Obi-Wan if it wasn't for Yoda. He would have killed them both, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So, again, that's not what the Inquisitors are. That's not what they meant to be. They use the light. They got that goofy ass lightsaber spinner.
Yeah, the helicopter shit.
Which is stupid, man. I still can't get with that. But so they got that, but they not really meant to be like super, powerful in lightsaber duels. Like not to the like dangerous to the point where they just, they're not like Sith Lords. But anyway, Obi-Wan should be able to dust Reva is what I'm saying. But nah, he don't do that. They come in with the what's the name of the ships again? The speeders, the snow speeders. They kind of snow speeders.
Yeah.
And she like blocking
T-47.
She's blocking the T-47 fire, but she doing the Fallen Order,
Yeah.
That's powerful, man. That take a lot, you know what I mean? So she doing that, and oh man, she used okay. So how do they even pick up? Okay, yeah, they kind of like swoop. One of the Rose moms swoop down.
Yep.
Leia and Obi-Wan jump into the ship, and they take off. But before they take off, Wade, dummy Wade, he stayed behind.
He giving them cover. He giving them cover,
man. So he kind of sacrificed himself, man. And Reva, she take the force. She used the force and levitate like a bomb. Remember, Reva got the most bodies, by the way, in the show. She gonna turn. She's supposed to turn back to the light, but she got the most bodies. She take out Wade, man. She throw like a bomb at him. So the bomb blow Wade's ship up. Wade die. And I guess it was supposed to be a sad moment, even though we don't know who Wade is. So the audience just the viewer can't really relate because we don't know who the hell Wade was.
No clue.
We don't care that he died, you know what I mean? But Wade,
not worried at all. Yeah.
Okay, Rose's mom is Wade, no. It's a sad moment, but we don't know who Wade is. So,
like Tyler told him, you're soldiers now.
Yeah, she do give him a line.
Soldiers now.
She do give him a line. And it kind of hit like, damn, like, y'all soldiers now.
The start of the rebellion.
Yeah. So I guess this is like the start of the rebellion. So they make it out and we get to see guess who again?
Vader.
The man himself, man. He comes storming through too. Boy, Vader was hot. Vader came in. Throw him away. I told you what this means. Now he's very upset. She like she in the air, bro. He about to choke her out. She like, nah, put a tracker on him. So she put a tracker on him. But again, now you tell me, maybe I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. So I'm gonna see if you can explain it. Because I think you might be looking at it from a slightly different view. But I'm asking. The only thing I'm left with is questions. I'm not in amazement of the episode. I'm looking
No,
at
no,
like
no, no.
that was very bad. I'm like I'm
Yeah.
kind of hot. Like I'm looking at this like this is a stupid show, and I'm like this is a very lazy show, and this is just weak. This is just not on the level of Mandalorian. You know, what I mean, it's very disappointing to me at this point. We 4 episodes in, we don't have a clear understanding of what Reva's plan is. Now I'll ask you this. Why would she put a tracker on his ship when you first of all, Darth Vader had him. You had Leia in your clutches. Okay, she set up the tracker by putting the tracker into Lola, the dumbass little robot toy. Terrible, by the way. So she somehow slipped that in there while Leia wasn't looking. You know, Leia's, as bright as Leia is, she don't see her putting the tracker in Lola. So I guess this is Reva trying to catch like the bigger fish, right? But my question is, why would you put the tracker? Why would you now let her go with a tracker when one, Vader had Obi-Wan, let him go, but he upset, and then two, you had Leia, but yeah, you let her go with the tracker now. Is this because you want to find the base? I guess. Or
I don't have an answer for you, bro, because
or she's still trying to find Obi-Wan. Is she still trying to find
I don't understand why she put a tracker on there, because when she grabbed the device, that wasn't, because then she still was about to take her to the torture chamber, right? So at what point in time was she gonna I let him get away? I put a tracker. At what point in time was she gonna get away? Because the only reason she got away is because Taylor became and distracted you. You get what I'm saying? There was a situation where, like, I'm gonna put a tracker on there because that's what it do. You were gonna torture this woman, this young lady. There was no situation to put the tracker on. She wasn't going to get away. And then there was no
put the tracker on there at the last minute, like
exactly. Instead of doing that bomb thing, if she did like what they always do in other Star Wars things, they just put a tracker,
on them.
And I got another kind of beef. You know, I'm having a good time with the show.
Yeah.
I totally admit, like, I mean, I'm getting Obi and I'm getting Vader, so I'm easy going. But this wasn't a good episode.
Yeah.
I don't understand too in all the other situations, because this is what usually happens, right? Now, this wasn't bad writing. They can write their ways out of bullshit, meaning like, because we didn't think about it, we can't have that. Usually there's a droid, right? So if you try to track something, the droid lets you know, hey, we getting tracked. They can scan the ship, right? Yes. Like, we know if you have a droid, then the droid letting you know, like, nah, we scan the thing, you getting tracked. Like, it's just, the droids do that. Yep. No one has a droid in this situation, right? This is Star Wars. We got all the member berries, and one of the most practical things that have been in Star Wars, even though they merchandising opportunities, droids are actually practical and everything. Only Mando don't like them, right?
Yeah,
but they don't have none of that shit. But yeah, back to the but I thought about that. I was watching it, like, I saw them put the tracker, and I remember so many episodes of everything I've ever seen, and it's like, okay, it seems convenient that there are no droids, but there's a tracker. Droids kill that shit. But I never understood why she put the tracker in a device when she was interrogating baby girl. And then you say, I let them get away. Now that could be all bullshit that they got away. She was just saying that to save her own life. But why would you put a tracker at that time? You had Leia. You were about to torture her.
Yeah.
You were about to torture her. And then you tell Vader at the end, I'm gonna let her get away because I had this whole thing that I know that I was gonna let them get away, because I knew Obi was gonna save her, just so I can follow them back. When you could have just let her go.
You could have literally made her think that she got away.
You could have put a tracker on whatever you go. There's some different ways you could have done that, and then and even back to because this is one thing I never got. Vader obviously we know Obi has to make it, but you set up this big moment where you had to have kind of a mirror kind of situation where he goes through the fire, because Obi put him through the fire. you saw Taylor. Vader saw her. At least that's what I made to believe.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who she was on the planet. Like she never even got briefed why this dude got away under your planets.
Yeah.
Right? Like no briefing.
Because Reva called her out. Yeah, Reva called her out. Like, why did she
called her out? This is the Empire.
Yeah.
So, and maybe we seeing some of the things where Vader was like, I'm gonna cut this shit out because I can't delegate. Like what is happening where we can't, the delegation is just, it was just, and then the biggest problem I have with it, again, it's Obi, it's Vader. Biggest problem I have with it wasn't a setup episode. It wasn't an episode that's leading. It wasn't we still in the same position.
Yeah, we didn't move at all.
No. We didn't move anywhere. Only thing we did was we saw a moment where Obi used the Force.
What was it?
That's all we got.
We started the
we got some
episode.
moment.
Yeah, we started the last episode with Leia.
Yeah.
Just getting rescued.
And now that you say that, we already kind of saw him be able to conjure it. Now we saw, I don't know which one was more massive scale. He stopped the girl from falling to the ground, or that he stopped the thing. I don't know if this was an escalation, right? Usually, okay, he went to doing that, then he couldn't move a truck, and then he could then he could stop the ocean from busting through while making stormtroopers not shoot. While at the same time he did the move where he made them think that something was over there. Little nod, whatever. Member Barry.
Yeah, things are coming back, right?
Yeah, but nothing we got out of this, and what I was hoping to get from the episode was actually more of a Obi training thing. He had to get back to he was gonna meet another Jedi to show him his faith, or he's gonna see something that was going to be like, okay, I got skill again. Because even though he did that, it wasn't proof that he got skill. I don't know that he can get it. I don't, like you say, all things being equal, he'll dust Reva.
Yeah. I mean,
today, I don't know if he can beat Reva. Nothing's shown to me that he can beat her right now.
Nothing.
He's still questioning himself. So are you telling me that this crusade made him not question himself anymore? Or are we going to wait to next week's episode? Because we got to get past that.
Yeah. He got to overcome that, right?
We got to know where he stops questioning himself and he's ready to use the Force, Luke. We got to know he can get to that. I got to know he can get to the point where he can beat Maul.
Yeah. And I'm starting to think that we're not going to get there, but go ahead.
Because we're going to have another season.
We're going to have another season, 1 and 2. And 2, I don't have faith in the writers, because after hearing this mess about them not knowing that they didn't know that Obi-Wan Kenobi knew that Anakin was Darth Vader. That also would tell me they probably don't really realize the implications of, you know what I mean? Like him having to overcome this hump. I don't think they don't really know, bro. So I don't know, man. They might leave that unresolved. We might really end this shit where he's still doubting himself. And it's like, wait a minute, what? And then maybe the season 2 can help that. But yeah, I don't have faith in these writers, man. I really don't. How did you not know that? Because even me, I had to go back and look oh, damn, you know what? There was a scene in Return of the Sith when he clearly see the hologram, oh, he see the whole ceremony, everything get recorded, oh, damn, you know what I mean? He's Darth Vader now, but yeah, he didn't know that. So I don't know, man. I don't know if we're going to get that. We got 2 episodes to get to Obi-Wan that fight that kills Darth Maul. That wins the rematch with Darth Maul.
At least on the path.
On that path.
Because like you say, there's still 8 years between this and that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know he gets to the path.
Yeah.
Right. Because now he has to get on the path to training. And I know there's like you say, there's books and there's different storylines where they show Obi-Wan training. This guy's not ready for that.
Nah.
I told you I had really only had a couple. All the other stuff that go along with the show, meaning all right, we're gonna do this, do that. I said I only had a couple things. I needed Vader to be Vader. I needed this moment Vader. I needed to see Obi-Wan broken, and then I needed to see why. I needed to see two things: why he believed that he was ready to train again, because now we have different things in between that time. How did he get to that point? And then why did he feel Vader needed to be killed and Luke had to kill him?
Yeah.
That's all I needed from the show. Everything else between that is like, cool, whatever. I just needed to know that. And I don't know how they're going to do that in 2 episodes with the last 2. Like, I got Vader.
Yeah. We got that.
I got Vader.
They came through on Vader.
I got Vader. I'm not even mad, because at first I was instantly like, I'm not even mad, because there's only so many stories you could tell between this time, and you keep going back to the time. And the one thing from a storytelling point, like from a media standpoint, visual media, I guess books aren't visual media, but like from a live action standpoint, that they haven't done was the Leia portion of this during this time, because she was that too. So I'm like, oh, okay, you're actually sprinkling something new in this to lead it to, like, you got to tell a story. You can't just have Obi sitting on Tatooine for 6 episodes, I guess, and showing.
Yeah, they did what they had to do.
Push-ups and shit.
I agree.
So you took a chance. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I can get past it. Even though it's completely breaking the lore. Yeah.
That part of it is how we going to get back to the end? Like, y'all better tie this thing up real nice, because, she sent the hologram. She did the same hologram. Her basically said the same thing her father said when he showed up in that cave. She said that in A New Hope. You fought with my father in Tatooine. We need you. You're my only hope. And basically, that's what her father kind of said in so many different words. But my line is, I don't know how they're going to do. I could care less about everything else. Some bullshit in here. I just need to know how Obi going to get to the point. What's going to lead him to believe? Because I got more from this right now, knowing why Leia wants to be part of the rebellion.
Facts. She's been molded.
So they could have just did, and I hate to use the term bait and switch, but if that's what it ultimately is, they could have just did a Leia show, right? You get what I'm saying? Could have just did a Leia show if that's what this come to. Like season 1 is
children of hope,
something like that. Because a lot of things don't make sense when you put too much, and a lot of things don't make sense when you put too much of Leia, especially during this time, because they was capturing Force-sensitive women, children during this time. So the minute you have one in your grasp and nobody notices that she's
nobody.
So when you throw Leia back into the thing, it's like, oh, they gonna. So when she shows up, like, oh, they gonna do a Leia moment. How they gonna do this, right? Because this is when they kidnapping babies right now, bruh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, and we ain't talking about the Jedi Order doing it, which they was kidnapping babies. We talking about the Sith.
Yeah, it's the Inquisitors. It's the Empire.
We just watched the whole 2 seasons or something where they was trying to get Baby Yoda because he was Force sensitive.
For his blood.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what happens. They had Cat Bane in Clone Wars and all that and other things, snagging Force sensitive kids. I watched Rebels where they had to show up on different planets because they were snatching Force sensitive kids. You got one of your grasp. Not only does Obi not know it, but Reva can't. You figured that would have been easy. Like, oh, you Force sensitive, aren't you? I just knew she was gonna say that in an episode.
Especially when you probe in her mind and you can't do nothing. You hit a wall. It's like, oh, that right there is a red flag.
You gonna tell me though, like, hold on, you can't get into her because she's Force sensitive. Like, why can't you get into this kid?
This is just a regular human.
Yeah, this is a kid. This is a little girl. Like, you should be able to crack that like it's nothing.
Nothing.
Right? So I had a couple things. I just don't. I'm gonna sit back these next 2 episodes and see, like, okay, I thought episode 4 was gonna be like Rocky punching those when he's in Russia, punching those frozen animals.
Training montage. Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be a training.
Nah, he go right back.
I honestly thought this was gonna be the training montage episode.
He rescues her now for the 2nd time now. With just in 4 episodes, he's rescued her twice. once from the base. First time from the bounty hunters, the little bounty hunter planet. And now second time he went straight to the Inquisitor's base. What's next?